Welcome back to G Fun Facts Online, where we dig deep into the science behind the world around us. Today, we are not looking at the cosmos or quantum physics, but at something likely sitting on your windowsill right now. In the quiet corridors of medical history, aloe vera has always been known as the plant of immortality. For thousands of years, from the sun-drenched courts of Cleopatra's Egypt to the dusty battlefield tents of Alexander the Great, this spiky succulent has been the absolute go-to remedy for the body's external wounds. We slather it on sunburns, we dab it on cuts, and we blend it into lotions to soothe irritated skin. It is, without a doubt, the world's most famous topical healer. But a quiet revolution is taking place right now in the laboratories of neuroscientists and biochemists, a discovery that suggests we have been literally scraping the surface of this plant's potential. Deep within the clear, gelatinous flesh of the aloe leaf lies a potent phytosterol called Beta-Sitosterol. While this compound has been long known for its benefits to heart and prostate health, cutting-edge research is now illuminating a new and arguably more profound role for this compound. It is emerging as a neuroprotective agent that could hold the key to preserving memory and fighting the devastating tide of Alzheimer's disease. This is not just a story about a plant, it is a story about a new hope for the aging brain. It is the story of how a common houseplant might become a cornerstone of future cognitive therapy. To understand the magnitude of this discovery, we must first confront the enemy. Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia represent one of the greatest medical challenges of the 21st century. It is a thief that steals not just health, but identity. The biological hallmarks of this disease are well known to scientists. There is the accumulation of sticky beta-amyloid plaques that choke neurons, the tangling of tau proteins, and the drying up of essential neurotransmitters like acetylcholine. Acetylcholine acts as the brain's messenger service for memory and learning. When that service stops, the messages stop. Current pharmaceutical options are unfortunately limited. Most approved drugs work by trying to stop the breakdown of acetylcholine, but they often come with a laundry list of side effects and limited efficacy. The medical world is desperate for a solution that is effective, safe for long-term use, and capable of addressing the root causes of neurodegeneration, rather than just masking symptoms. Enter Beta-Sitosterol, or BSS. So what exactly is Beta-Sitosterol? It is a phytosterol, which is essentially a plant-derived steroid. Structurally, it is undeniably similar to the cholesterol found in humans. In the plant kingdom, it plays a structural role, stabilizing cell membranes much like cholesterol does in our bodies. Because of this structural mimicry, BSS has been famous for decades as a heart health supplement. When you eat it, it competes with bad cholesterol for absorption in the gut, effectively lowering LDL levels. However, researchers recently began to ask a different, more ambitious question. If BSS can cross the blood-brain barrier, what does it do to the brain? The answer, found in a convergence of computer modeling, animal studies, and early human research, is startling. BSS appears to act as a dual inhibitor of the very enzymes that destroy memory. The excitement surrounding aloe vera's BSS content isn't based on folklore, it is based on complex biochemistry. Research published as recently as 2020 and updated with in silico computer simulation models in 2025 has identified 3 distinct ways this compound protects the brain. Let's break down the first mechanism, the enzyme blockade. In a healthy brain, that neurotransmitter we mentioned, acetylcholine, zips across synapses, carrying messages that allow you to recall where you left your keys or the name of your childhood friend. In an Alzheimer's brain, an enzyme called acetylcholinesterase, or ACE, goes into overdrive, breaking down this messenger too quickly. It's like a shredder destroying mail before you can read it. Pharmaceutical drugs like donepezil are designed to inhibit this enzyme. However, recent molecular docking studies have shown that beta-sitosterol has a high binding affinity for ACE. It effectively hugs the enzyme, preventing it from breaking down acetylcholine. Even more impressively, it also inhibits a backup enzyme called butyrylcholinesterase, or BCHE, which often ramps up its destructive activity when ACE is blocked. By inhibiting both, BSS offers a double-lock protection for your memories. The second mechanism is arguably even more fascinating, the plaque scrubber. One of the most terrifying aspects of Alzheimer's is the formation of amyloid-beta plaques. These are toxic clumps of protein that kill brain cells. A landmark study on APPS1 mice, which are mice genetically engineered to develop Alzheimer's, found that treatment with beta-sitosterol significantly reduced the plaque load in the brain. The mechanism here is profound. BSS appears to interfere with the production of these proteins at a genetic level, reducing the activity of the enzymes that snip the amyloid precursor protein into toxic fragments. In the animal models, the mice treated with BSS didn't just have cleaner brains, they had reversed dendritic spine loss. Dendritic spines are the tiny bridges that connect neurons. Their regrowth suggests that the brain was physically healing its communication networks. The third mechanism is what we call the fire extinguisher. A brain under attack is a brain on fire. Neuroinflammation is a chronic condition in dementia patients, driven by rogue immune cells releasing inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. Simultaneously, oxidative stress rusts the brain from the inside out. Aloe vera is naturally rich in antioxidants, but BSS specifically has been shown to lower levels of malondialdehyde, or MDA, a marker of oxidative stress, while boosting the body's own natural antioxidants, like glutathione. By calming the cytokine storm in the brain, BSS creates an environment where neurons can survive and repair rather than fight for their lives. Now, a skeptic might look at nutritional data and point out a valid fact. Aloe vera is not the most concentrated source of beta-sitosterol. Corn oil, rice bran, and even peanuts contain higher raw milligram amounts of BSS per serving. So why is the scientific community looking at aloe vera? Why not just drink corn oil? The answer lies in two words: bioavailability and synergy. The human body is notoriously bad at absorbing certain compounds. You can eat a bucket of nutrients, but if they pass right through you, they do no good. Aloe vera, however, is a biological delivery system. The gel of the aloe plant contains a unique class of polysaccharides called acetylcholine. Studies have shown that when vitamin C and E are consumed with aloe vera gel, their absorption into the bloodstream increases by over 200%, and they stay in the body significantly longer. This is known as the bioavailability enhancement effect. It is believed that the slippery, mucilaginous polysaccharides in aloe gel temporarily modulate the tight junctions of the intestinal wall, allowing larger molecules to pass through more easily. Furthermore, they protect unstable compounds from being destroyed by stomach acid. When you consume beta-sitosterol in the context of whole aloe gel, you aren't just taking a supplement. You are taking it in a vehicle designed by nature to maximize its entry into your system. This synergy suggests that a smaller amount of BSS from aloe might be more potent than a larger amount from a refined vegetable oil. Let's look at the evidence that supports this, from computer models to human hope. In 2025, researchers used advanced computer algorithms to screen thousands of natural compounds to see which would theoretically work best against Alzheimer's enzymes. Beta-sitosterol from aloe vera emerged as a top candidate, showing a binding energy score that rivaled synthetic drugs. This provided the theoretical roadmap. Then, looking back at 2020, a study published in the Korean Journal of Physiology and Pharmacology moved from theory to practice. Researchers gave BSS to mice with Alzheimer's-like cognitive deficits. The results were striking. In terms of spatial learning, the treated mice navigated mazes significantly faster than the untreated ones. For memory retention, they remembered the location of safety platforms much better. And in physical repair, post-mortem analysis showed reduced plaque and regrown neural connections. But what about humans? While pure BSS trials on human memory are the next frontier, we have compelling human data on aloe's broader effects. Dr. John Lewis, a researcher formerly with the University of Miami, conducted a groundbreaking study on patients with moderate to severe Alzheimer's. His team administered an aloe polysaccharide multi-nutrient complex to these patients for 12 months. The results defied the typical trajectory of the disease. Instead of declining, as is standard with Alzheimer's, many patients showed clinically significant improvements in cognitive function and substantial increases in immune system markers like CD4 stem cells. While Dr. Lewis's study focused on the polysaccharides, the presence of sterols like BSS in the aloe matrix likely played a contributory role. It serves as a powerful proof of concept that aloe vera extracts can alter the course of neurodegenerative disease in humans. If you are compelled by the science, you might be wondering how to integrate this into your life. You cannot simply go to the garden, slice off a leaf, and start chewing. Well, you could, but it would be incredibly bitter and potentially unpleasant. Here is a practical guide on how to safely and effectively use aloe vera for internal health. First and foremost is the safety warning regarding gel versus latex. This is the most critical rule of aloe consumption. The gel is the clear, inner fillet of the leaf. This is where the acetylcholine, vitamins, and phytosterols live. It is safe for consumption. The latex, however, is bad. It is a thin layer of yellow sap just under the green skin. This contains aloin, a potent laxative that can cause cramping and diarrhea. Long-term consumption of aloin is not recommended. Therefore, the recommendation is to always buy decolorized or inner fillet aloe vera juice or gel, intended for internal use. If you harvest from your own plant, you must carefully fillet the skin off and rinse the gel thoroughly to remove the yellow latex. Regarding dosage and frequency, based on general health studies and bioavailability research, a maintenance dose of 2 to 4 ounces of pure aloe vera juice or gel daily is often suggested. For timing, taking it on an empty stomach, or specifically with your other supplements like omega-3s or vitamin B12, may help boost the absorption of those nutrients, acting as a force multiplier for your brain health regimen. Finally, let's talk about palatability. Pure aloe gel has a taste often described as bitter water or slightly vegetal. To mask this and boost the brain benefits, you can try some specific recipes. One effective option is what we call the Brain Fog Buster Smoothie. You take a base of 2 to 3 ounces of pure aloe vera gel. You add fats for BSS absorption, such as half an avocado or a tablespoon of coconut oil. Add antioxidants like a cup of blueberries, which are rich in anthocyanins for memory. Use coconut water as your liquid for electrolytes and add a squeeze of fresh lime. The lime cuts the aloe bitterness instantly, while the avocado provides healthy fats to help your body absorb the beta-sitosterol. Another option is the Golden Mind Elixir. This involves 2 ounces of aloe vera juice, a teaspoon of anti-inflammatory turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper to activate the turmeric, a teaspoon of honey, and warm water. Stir and drink as a morning tonic. We are standing on the precipice of a new era in botanical medicine. For decades, we synthesized single compounds in labs, ignoring the complex wisdom of nature. The story of aloe vera and beta-sitosterol teaches us that the answers we seek may not always be in a new synthetic molecule, but in the synergy of a plant we have coexisted with for millennia. While aloe vera is not a cure for Alzheimer's, and science rarely deals in magic bullets, it represents a powerful, accessible, and scientifically valid tool for neuroprotection. By inhibiting destructive enzymes, clearing toxic plaques, and enhancing the absorption of other vital nutrients, aloe vera's beta-sitosterol offers a multifaceted shield for our most precious asset, our mind. As research continues, we may find that the plant of immortality was never just about skin that stays young forever, but about a mind that stays sharp, vibrant, and alive, long into our golden years. Thank you for listening to G Fun Facts Online. Please remember that this content is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare professional before beginning any new supplement regimen.